Good afternoon, student. I am O.V. Ashish Kamble, the Assistant Professor of Electronics from Computer Science Department. Welcome to our e-learning platform. In a previous video, we discussed the basic Python programming, that is script programming. In that video, we discussed the basic programming of Python. First of all, we know about the Python. We introduce the Python. After that, then we go for the features of Python, then applications, and after that we complete the Python installation on various platforms, that is Unix or Linux installation, Windows installation, as well as Mac installation. Now in this video we discuss the Python variables. First of all, we know that what is meant by Python. Python is nothing but a programming language, one type of programming language. So, to write a program by using a Python language, we required a variable that are known as Python variables. The variables are nothing but reserved memory location to store the values. Here we say that the Python variable is nothing but, or any variable is nothing but the reserved memory location to store the values. This means that when you create a variable, you reserve some space in a memory. It is in simple word, when we create a variable, you reserve or we reserve some space in our memory. Assigning different data type to the variable, you can store integer, decimal, or a character in these variables. That means if we assign the variables to different type of data type, then we can store in that space integer, decimal, or character in that variable. Python variable do not need explicit declaration to reserve memory space. Python variable not need explicit declaration. Explicit declaration means there is no need of say special space in a memory. The declaration happens automatically when you assign a value to the variables. The declaration of these values or the variables are assigned automatically when it declares. The equal sign or the equal to sign is used to assign value to the variable. That means the variable name and the equal to sign is given, and after that the value is given, which is the value of our variable. This is about Python variables. Now we discuss the next. The operand to the left of the equal to sign operator is the name of the variable. That means the operand present on the left side of equal to sign, this is the operator name of the variable, and the operand which is present to the right of the equal to sign, it is operator. This operator is nothing but value store in the variable. That means in the left side we have the name of variable, and in the right side we have the value store in that variable. Understand? For example, you can better understand by this example. For example, if counter is having a value 100, counter is nothing but an integer assessment. Then mice is having a value 1000.0, it is floating point, and the name Jones is a string pointer counter point or a print counter, print miles and print name. After the print value of this counter, miles and a name, we get 100, 1000.0 and John are value assigned to counter, miles and name variable respectively. By this process, or it produces the result that for a counter we get the output 100, for the miles we get the output 1000.0, and for name variable or a print name we get the output John. This is the about variables. After that, next, multiple assignment. Multiple assignment. A Python allows you to assign a single value to several variables simultaneously. That means it is having an example: a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 1. That means number of variable or a several variable having a same value also. This is the Python allow to use or to assign single value to several variables simultaneously. That means the number of variables can be assigned a same value. Here an integer object is created with the value 1 and all three variables are assigned to the same memory location. That means the integer or the object is created with the value 1. That means A having value 1, B having value 1 and C also having the value 1. And all these three variables are assigned for a same memory location. You can also assign multiple objects to a multiple variable. For example, A, B, C is equal to 1, 2 and John. Here we see that we assign several variable or multiple variable with the same value. Similarly, we assign number of variable with a number of values. That means A having a value here, A having a value 1, B having value 2 and C having the value name integer John. Here two integer objects, that means 1 and 2 value are assigned to the variable A and B respectively, and one is a string object with the value John. C is string object having a value John is assigned to the variable C. Next, Python data type. First of all, we have to know about a data type. Data type is nothing but represent the type of data stored into a variable or a memory. That means data type is represent the type of data stored into a variables or memory. Which type of data we have to store in a memory or in a variable, that assign or that shows that the type of data type. The data stored in a memory can be of many types. For example, if person's age is stored in a numeric value and his or her address is stored in alphanumerical character. Here we take an example, the age of any person. As we have to store the age of any person, then we use a numeric values. And if we have to use or assign the address of his or her, then we use alphanumeric character. Python has various standard data types that are used to define operation possible on them and the storage method for each of them. Python has 5 standard data types. First, numbers, then second, string, after that list, and fourth one is tuple, and then dictionary. These are the 5 standard data types used in Python. There are two types of data types in Python, built-in data type as well as user-defined data type. Built-in data type means which is already having in a Python library, and user-defined data type means the user or the programmer build that data type. It is known as user-defined data type. First, Python numbers. The number data type store numeric value. Number objects are created when you assign a value to them. For example, we assign var1 is equal to 1 and var2 is equal to 10. That means we use the number 1 for var1 and number 10 for the var2. You can also delete the references to a number object by using the del statement. If you have to delete any number or the object, then we assign or we use the del statement. The syntax for del statement is given del var1, var2, var3 up to the varn also. You can delete a single object or multiple object by using the del statement. For example, is given here del var1, del var, del var a, del var b and so on. Next, Python string. Next data type is Python string. Strings is a Python String in a Python are identified as continuous set of character. String is nothing but a continuous set of character represented in question marks. Represented in question marks. Python allows for either pair of single or double quotients. Subset of string can be taken using a slice operator with indexes starting at 0 in the beginning of string and working their way from 1 at to the end. The plus sign in the string is concatenation operator, and the star sign, or it is also known as asterisk, it is repetition operator. The plus sign indicate concatenation operator and star sign indicate repetition operator. Next data type is Python list. Lists are the most versatile of Python component data type. List is most versatile Python component data type. A list contains item separated by commas or enclosed with square bracket. The list contain any item which is separated by comma, giving a commas, or enclosed with a square bracket separately. One difference between them is that all the items belonging to the list can be of different data type. There is one difference, which is that the item belonging to the list can be of different data type. The value stored in a list can be accessed using a slice operator, that means a square bracket or square bracket having a column. The plus sign, which is indicate that concatenation operator, and star sign, which is indicate that repetition operator. This is about Python list data type. Next, Python tuples. A tuple is another sequence data type that is similar to the list. Tuple is nothing but similar to the list. A tuple consists of number of values separated by commas. Here, in a list we use commas or square bracket for a separation, but in tuples we use only commas for a separation. Unlike list, however, tuples are enclosed with the parentheses. The main difference between list and tuples are lists are enclosed in a brackets and their elements and the size can be changed. In a list, the elements or the list can be enclosed in a brackets, square brackets, and their elements and the size can be changed, while in a tuples are enclosed in parentheses, not in square bracket. It enclosed in parentheses and its element and their size cannot be updated or changed. This is the difference between tuples and list. Python tuples and Python list. Tuples can be throughout of as read-only lists. Python dictionary. Next or last data type of Python data type is Python dictionary. Python dictionaries are kind of hash table type. We already know hash table. They work like associative arrays or hashes found in pairs and consist of key value pairs. A dictionary key can be almost any Python type but are usually number or strings. Values, on the other hand, can be any arbitrarily Python object. The dictionaries are enclosed by curly brackets or curly braces, and the values can be assigned or accessed using a square braces. In dictionary, the values in dictionary are enclosed by curly braces as well as the value for that assigned or which is accessed using a square braces. Next is flow control structure. Flow control structure basically controls the flow of program execution. Here, the main purpose for flow control structure is to execute or to control the flow of program execution depending upon the condition is true or false. The flow control structure is control the flow of program execution depending upon the condition is true or it may be false. The action to be taken is specified in a program depending upon or depending on the outcome is true or false. The general format of flow control structure is process, decision, and the arrow. The process or the square is rectangle, which shows the normal code statement having one input as well as one output. Then the diamond shape, which is having a decision, which shows that condition block having one input and two or more potential output. Next, the arrows, which shows the direction of the execution flow of the software program. The flow control structure having three types: the conditional statement, transfer statement, and interactive statement. Conditional statement consists of if else, if else, and nested if else. Then transfer statement consists of break, continue, and pass statement, and interactive statement consists of for and while loops. This is the basic flow control structure. This is the basic flow control structure, which having the arrows, then diamond shape, as well as the rectangles also. The figure shows the flow control structure as nothing but decision making structure. Flow control structure is nothing but a decision making structure. It is repeated in the form of flow chart with the specified boxes. There are rectangles, diamond, and arrows. Each boxes represent a unique action. There are having rectangles shape, diamond shape, as well as arrows, number of arrows, which shows the different action or a unique action. The flow of Python program is controlled by conditional statement, that is loops and function calls. The flow of the Python program is controlled by conditional statement, which is loops as well as function calls. Next, first is if then else statement. Sometimes few statements need to be executed only if the particular condition is satisfied. Sometimes the few statement can be executed after the condition is satisfied. The particular condition is satisfied. That means if the condition is true, then and then that statement is executed. In that case, if and then else statement is required. Simple if statement. The syntax for simple if statement is if then condition and colon intended statement block. That means if the condition is true, then go for next, and if condition is false, then stop. The block of the lines intended the same amount after the colon, which we will be executed whenever the condition is true only. Okay, understand if and then else condition. Next, if else statement. If then the if else statement is used to code the same way you would use in the English language. The syntax for if else statement is if condition intended statement block for when condition is true, and else intended statement is block for when condition is false. Thank you. Keep watching my video.